Hey guys, so here's the kind of thing about Peppa Pig. I'm being serious. Peppa Pig, it's playing on my TV right now. I took a whole discussion to myself about this. I get there's a lot of things where people are like, oh, Disney princesses, they're supposed to be perfect. Like, they do these, little things that don't make sense. But this is, said by a lot of people, and I think it's time I said it on any platform. I've never said this on any platform, and I don't think I've ever said it to any of my friends or anything. So I think it's just so annoying how in Peppa Pig, they, are just always rude to Daddy Pig and a little bit of George Pig. But the thing I hate about this is they're always being like, oh, Daddy's big stomach. Even though all the male, grown-up male people are all the same size. And either way, even if they're a little bit different size, because they can't have it perfect unless they copy and pasted the body. Most of them are all the grown-up male stomachs are around the same thing. And it's so annoying how they just specifically are doing that. I guess it's not gonna teach kids this, but it's just still annoying how they even do this. In one of the episodes, there's this Peppa Pig house, and Peppa Pig has a secret passcode, and the passcode is Daddy's big stomach. And Daddy Pig says, "Can you change it?" And then they say no, and then he's like, "Oh," and then he says it. But Mommy Pig does not do anything about this, and I think it's pretty rude. She should know that this is body shaming. I get that there's sometimes these things on TikTok and possibly YouTube where they're saying these stupid things about oh, in Kanto, there's a bunch of oh, they're trans, whatever. But, and the whole meaning of the show was about that, or movie. But I think it's so annoying how Peppa Pig, it's I know it's saying Peppa Pig makes it more of the funnier topic, but I'm not even kidding. This show is just sick. It's so rude how they're just, the whole part of the show is body shaming. And you want to know one of the annoying things? Is this one of the most played shows? When I was younger, we changed our remote, so now I can control my TV. But when I was younger, I would sit in my bed at night, watch TV, because I could never fall asleep. And I'd always stay up until 1 a.m. Literally until the sky would turn back to blue. Just to find a show. And I would watch Peppa Pig more than 20 times. And they play the same episode every day. And I still do this a lot, but with my new TV remote, I can watch YouTube. So sometimes I do that unless the shows are actually entertaining that are playing. Yes, I watch Nick Jr. But this is Peppa Pig plays so much at night, especially. I get there's other shows, but sometimes it won't play as much, but you'll definitely see it a lot. And now that this show is actually being rude, and also Peppa Pig's, it's mainly Peppa Pig that's doing these things. She's the one that's mainly being rude to Daddy Pig, even though all the grown-up male stomachs are the same. And she's also rude to George Pig. It's almost I get this not going to teach the kids because the kids aren't going to notice anything. But I feel but this is basically, just, kids won't learn this. I know a lot of people say that they're going to learn this, but half of the kids don't even notice this. But it's the whole show is about Peppa Pig being rude to, especially her father and her little brother George about, oh, I won, these stupid little things. You're the older sister. I get there's always these things where your mom is oh, it's the little sister, but Peppa Pig is only older by a few years. George is in preschool and she's in kindergarten and they're in the same class or something like that. But at this point, it's she's at that point where she's acting like she's 15 years older. I have an older brother and he's really rude too, but this is body shaming. This is actually bad. This, I get the kids won't understand this. I've said this plenty of times, but still, if one kid gets older and they're still watching it like me, they'll notice this and they'll be so sad, and then they'll be like me one day, hopefully. But it's just so annoying how there's that. Yes, kids won't notice this. It's most likely unless their parents teach them this at a young age, but mostly parents don't teach their kids about body shaming or anything. My parents didn't necessarily either. But it's just that there's these shows doing it for you. I mean, yeah, kids won't learn this, but it's stupid how it's even there on a kid's show. I mean, I'm not saying body shaming is okay at all, but especially on a kid's show, why would you even think of a kid's show? I mean, it wouldn't even be appropriate on a grown-up show, but if it's on a kid's show, that's just, what the heck is your problem? What if kids are doing like jokes about each other because they learn, not necessarily learn, but they're like, oh, Peppa Pig said this, I'm gonna say it to my friends, and because everybody in the Peppa Pig show thinks it's like a joke and funny, besides the person that's getting bullied, aka Daddy Pig and George Pig. And I think it's really annoying and rude. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but yeah, I'm trying to post more better videos and stuff because, as I know, I've been having like this drop down when it's like, you have 16 subscribers. Nope, now I have 15 again. Like, I've had that. And I had 12 subscribers when when my username was still Derpy Idiot, and that was a whole nother username, and I had 12 subscribers. I only have 15 now. So if you could please hit that subscribe button. I know I don't do a lot of things that are trending, so that's mostly why. I'll try to do more trending and interesting videos that you'll most likely see on, not really For You page, whatever, recommended, that type of stuff. But I feel like that show is just so rude and stuff. Because when you get older, and if you're still watching that show, like some kids do, it's like it gets to that point where they notice that, and some kids even think it's okay because they're still not that young. But I mean that old, but they're still not that young. So their parents aren't going to teach them this yet. So they might even think it's okay. Half the time, like they may think, oh, they're just joking, and then they say this to their friends, which is not okay for even a joke. So please don't body shame. And by the way, a lot of people don't know this, but calling someone skinny is not okay. It's unless you're joking, and they know that. It's rude to do that because it's basically the same as calling them fat, but in a different way. They're both body shaming, and if anyone ever says this in the comments, I will definitely get rid of the comments. But I know most people don't, and no one really comments on my videos. But once I get more like comments and everything, yeah, that type of stuff, yeah. Hope you enjoyed the drawing and the story. Hopefully you learned this if you did not know this. But yeah, bye.